Hey guys, Sean Terry here, flip2freedom.com. So I thought I'd put together a quick video answering this question. How do you build a massive cash buyers list? So the holy grail in wholesaling houses is having a massive cash buyers list that you can either A, email, or B, you can text and get that property in front of as many people as possible, and your phone will melt off the hook. Now, if you're brand new and you're just getting started, it takes time to build a massive buyers list. So the question is there a shortcut that you could take? Now, if you've ever got a property under contract and you don't have a buyer's list, you know the pain trying to get people in front of the house. You got to post it on Craigslist. You put it on all the sites. You put bandit signs around. You take calls from people, and now people offer you a lower number on the property. Then you have to negotiate, and then you get down to the situation where you might potentially have to renegotiate on the price because you can't get enough offers on the property. Maybe you don't get an offer on the property. You know the situation. You've been there, so have we. So how do you overcome that? And you overcome that by having a huge distribution channel that you can get your property as fast as humanly possible in front of to try to get it sold. So there's a couple different things we can do, and I'll share it. So first thing is realtors. Realtors are phenomenal because realtors cultivate buyers. So for an example, would you rather have one buyer, cash buyer, to buy, maybe say 5 properties a year, or would you like to have a realtor that has cultivated buyers and has relationships with 10 buyers that buy 5 properties a year? Well, of course you want to have that relationship with a realtor. So knowing that, we want to be able to have access to realtors. How do we get access to those realtors and be able to get our message in front of those realtors as cost effectively as possible? So the first website you probably want to write down, number 1, is real-estate-agent-list. It could be agents. Real-estate-agents-list. Now, if you go there, you can purchase the entire state or county, or I believe it's even down to city, of all the real estate agents in that area. Now, you'll get the email address, you'll get their phone number, you'll get their office, all the information. So that's critically important. So first off, the first thing to get all those agents is by your state of all the agents. Now, the price varies. It could be up to a couple, $200-$300, even higher depending. So now you have a database of agents, right? These real estate agents that could cultivate buyers, but what it will do, it will get your property in front of a lot of people quickly. So in Phoenix, to give you an example, there's 28,000 realtors in Phoenix. So we buy that list of all the emails and buy that list of all the phone numbers, cell phone numbers. We have 28,000 people we can get our property in front of. That's number 1. So now we have 2 different options to get our message in our property in front of them. Number 1, we can send an email, or number 2, we can send a text. Now, email is a lot more difficult because there's spam laws, right? That you just can't upload 28,000 people into a database and send an email. Any email platform like MailChimp, Constant Contact, GetResponse, all of those, they'll shut you down in an instant. So we don't want to do that, right? So there is a way to be able to really not get around that, but kind of warm up your list, I could say. The second thing is actually sending a text to the realtors in your specific state. So we use RVM Lead Machine, and you can send text out for as little as, I think they're like I don't know, 5 to 8 cents or whatever. You can send text out. So you can pull those lists, that list of all the cell phone numbers, import it to our VM lead machine. You can put a message in there. We put a link to the pictures, and then we'll send it out to all the agents in that state. And our phone will literally melt with those agents asking about more information. How did you get my information, right? Because it's the public record, because you're a realtor. And how can they see the property? And they have buyers for it, and they can make an offer for it. So that is a lot easier when it comes to email. Now let's go back to email real quick. Email, what you can do is let's say you have your list of 28,000. You can take, and you can sort that by the city. So let's say I had a property in Mesa, Arizona. I can pull out all the Mesa realtors in that area, and I can put it into a system called gmass.com. Now, GMass, what it does, it connects to your Gmail. So what I would do is I would set up, and what we do is we set up a secondary Gmail account, and then we integrate GMass into it. It's like 30 something bucks, and you can send out 2,000 emails at a time with GMass. So you send out those 2,000 emails, and you send a couple times to those agents, and then you can pull that list out and then put them into a MailChimp because you've already warmed up that potential list, that list you're working on. So now people are going to opt out. They're not going to want to be on the list anymore, or people are going to call in and they're going to ask about the property, and you can sell the property, but also you're warming that list up that you can put into like a MailChimp and then be able to continue sending. So the goal is to run that entire 28,000 list through GMass that's targeted based upon the city, and then run them twice, and then pull those lists out and then bring them over to a MailChimp. So now you have a fully clean email list inside of MailChimp that you can send emails out consistently. So it'll take a little time to be able to do that, but eventually what you'll have after a couple, 2-3 weeks, you'll have a MailChimp account with 28,000 people in there in your local market that you can sell properties very quickly. So that's emails, that's text. What else do we do? What else we do is we go into RVM lead machine, not an RVM, but reiautomator.com, and we'll pull all the cash buyers for the last 12 months, depending on the size. Hopefully, we're trying to get a list of a couple thousand people. So we're going to pull all the cash buyers in the entire state that purchased properties in the last 12 months. I want over 1,000. If not, I go back 2 years. So all the cash buyers that purchased a property in our state in the last 12 months, now inside of REI Automator, I can skip trace that list, which is going to give me email addresses and phone numbers. I can take those emails, I can add it to the database via GMass, and then eventually into MailChimp. Also, then I can take those cell phone numbers and I can send them a property through our VM lead machine. So that is how we do it. So what we do is we take those, we got all the realtors and we got all the cash buyers that purchased property in the entire state for the year. We put those together, and that becomes our cash buyers list. Now, we're currently working on doing this nationally. So here's the interesting thing, is that we have pretty much every state in the entire United States of every agent's email, their phone number, and all the cash buyers in the states, because we're doing deals across the country, to build a national massive email database and a national text base. So we want to sell a property in Indiana. I think we have 5 properties right now. We can blast Indiana, and we can get those properties sold and sold quickly. So it's a phenomenal way. It's literally the holy grail of the business, to be able to get a property in on your acquisition side, be able to get all the information about the property, get pictures on the property, and then turn it over to your disposition department, send a ringless voicemail out there, send a text out there, send an email blast out there. The other thing we do is we call the top 5 agents in that market through Zillow. So we'll search agents in Zillow, top agents, put the zip code in, and we're going to call those top 5 agents, and get them to see if they can help us move the property, right? The next thing, after we've done that, and we have all that, we skip traced them, we've RVM'd them, and we have the agents that have gone out there, then what we're gonna do is we pull all the cash buyers and the absentee owners that own properties within let's say a 1 mile to 2 mile radius. We try to get around 500 of them or so. And then what we do is send them a letter through click2mail.com, click2mail.com. It's very easy. Once you get a template inside there, you can send out on that template. And what we do is just take the list, import the new list, drop, and then send out that template. And our phone rings. Now they're getting direct mail. They're getting a text. They're getting an email. We're calling the agents. We're doing whatever we can to move properties in those specific areas. So there should be absolutely, after you're watching this video, no reason why that you can't have the massive cash buyers list to be able to move your properties quickly at top price, meaning you can price the properties pretty high and you're going to get a higher price than anybody else in the marketplace. So I hope this helps.